How are you all today? We are on day number 8. It has been wonderful. It has been a beautiful experience. I'm getting a lot of great and wonderful feedback from you all. So, listen, on yesterday, we talked about negotiating. We talked about getting what you want. And so I won't spend a lot of time on that, but I will tell you that we touched on what it means and just the fact if you negotiate, you can pretty much get everything, anything that you want. You can negotiate almost anything. And I shared with you about the book with that title by Herb Cohen. And so if you had a chance, you can check that out. We touched on a lot of it. And then you can also, I shared with you about my story, about how I negotiated several times in my career in conference planning, event planning, and convention planning, and also did trade shows as well. And negotiated recently at a dealership with my husband. But you really can negotiate anything. And I gave you an action step. And what I asked you to do is try it out. Try negotiating. Sometimes you might get a little bit tense, but try it out, breathe, and just ask for what it is that you want. So that's what we covered on yesterday. And so today we are going to be talking about what happens when you hesitate to take action on something. And that is all about fear. And I'm talking about it on a successful level, about being successful or accomplishing some things that you have that's going on in your life. So basically, fear is paralyzing. It stops you in your track. It is an unpleasant feeling that you get. And it can happen by something or someone or person can cause you to have that fear. It's really just a bad feeling. And I have to tell you, every time I start in the morning here, I have a little bit of that fear. You know what I do? I stop, I inhale, I breathe. Just take a moment to inhale and breathe, calm down. And I can tell you, it happened just before I came live this morning, just now. And after the third breath, inhaling, I was fine. I felt myself calm down. And you can do it too. So you just breathe. What causes fear basically is the feeling of danger, a feeling of uncertainty. Sometimes it is pain, like for example, and I'm sharing with you some of my experiences as we go. Every time I go to the doctor, it does not matter. If I have to get blood drawn, that needle, I feel like I just got to inhale and hold my breath so I won't feel the pain. But that's what fear is. It is an emotion. It is temporary. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I can tell you just my experiences about how it has been. And so what I do is I just inhale, I take a breath, and I do it anyway. But it can stop you in your tracks. So it can stop you from getting the goals and the things that you want to get accomplished. And so I just encourage you to do it anyway. One of my coaches talks about doing it afraid. And it took a while for me to understand what that really meant. But when I thought about it, it meant basically when you're right in the midst of your fear, while the fear is happening, do it anyway. This is what I told myself and is what I told you. When you're doing it, even if you do it while you are afraid, it is not going to kill you. It will not kill you. So since it won't kill you, you're still going to be alive. You can do it anyway. So that is going to be our action step today. I want you to make a list of all the different things that you may have wanted to do, you may have had hesitation to do, or you were just afraid to do. You wasn't sure about what will happen. Make a list of those things, and then next to it, write down what would happen if you did not do those things. What successful things or what accomplished things can happen if you did not do it? What are all the positive ways or the positive things that can happen? And what I want you to do also is to focus on those positive things. So that's what I have done. That's what I have been doing. It is what I suggest you do. It's all about when you are hesitant to take action and just do it anyway. You can get over it. It's so many things that can accomplish. Even if some people are afraid of buying a home, they rent for so many years in their lives, and then they decide, oh my gosh, I would love to own a home, but I might not have good credit, or I might not have enough money. And there's so many ways that home ownership is considered the American dream. And so it is really good if you would just take the time and just breathe, inhale, and think about what it is that's hesitating you from making that step or taking that step to buy a home. I was just mentioning about buying a home or even buying a car. And most of the time what hesitates you and stop you is thinking that you are not going to get approved and you feel like some sort of rejection. I've had those feelings also, but I did it anyway. So I would encourage you to do it anyway. Do it in your fear, and remember, it's not going to kill you. And on the other side of fear, I heard a colleague say this to me before. I say it to in a group we were in. On the other side of fear is the rest of your life. So it's important that you do it and do it anyway. So that's my action step for today. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And that is to make a list of those things, write down what that fear is, and write down on the other side of that fear what would happen on the next side of that fear. What would happen if you did it anyway? That is going to be your success point. And I want you to see that and place that in the group so we can see it. I would love to encourage you on it. So listen, you all have a great day. Do that action step. I'd like to know how it's working for you. I will see you all on tomorrow. All right, take care now. Bye.